When you think about achieving financial freedom, what comes to mind? Many people believe you need to earn a six-figure salary to reach your financial goals. But what if I told you that isn't true? In fact, many people who are financially stable don't earn massive paychecks. So, what is it that makes them wealthier? They've just mastered one thing: how to make their money work for them. That's exactly what I want to show you today. We're going to walk through a 6-month roadmap, month by month, that can completely change your financial situation. This is the exact framework I've seen work for people who once lived paycheck to paycheck and are now building long-term wealth. The first month is about facing reality. Most people avoid money conversations because it feels uncomfortable, and that's exactly why they stay stuck. Think of the ostrich effect, burying your head in the sand, because you don't want to face the truth. But the moment you look directly at your finances, you take back control. Your task this month is to calculate your core 4 numbers. These are net income, the money you take home after taxes; fundamental expenses, housing, utilities, food, transportation, anything you need to live; future you, what you're already saving or investing; fund spending, everything else. The power of this step is in clarity. Imagine finding out you spend $400 a month on food delivery apps. That's nearly $5,000 a year without even realizing it. By tracking your core 4, you can see where money is slipping through the cracks. Use the simplest tool possible, apps like Mint, YNAB, or even a spreadsheet. The easier it is, the more likely you'll stick with it. At this stage, don't judge your habits. Just get the numbers down. Awareness is the goal for the month 1. Month 2 is about creating your first safety net, saving 1 month of fundamental expenses. If your core 4 showed that your essentials cost $2,800, that's your target. Why is this so powerful? Because most Americans don't have even $1,000 saved. By having 1 month's expenses in the bank, you instantly reduce stress. If your car breaks down, you're covered. If your hours get caught at work, you buy yourself time to figure things out. To make it happen, cut harder for a short burst. Cancel unused subscriptions, pause streaming services, cook at home, sell items you don't use. Think of this as a sprint, not a lifestyle change. Even if you only hit half the goal in 1 month, you're still ahead of where you were. The reframe is important. You're not losing comfort. You're gaining freedom. Every dollar you save here is buying you peace of mind and flexibility. Month 3 is where you start creating real momentum. First, separate your debt into 2 categories: good debt and bad debt. Good debt could be your mortgage or student loans, low interest, long-term, and potentially wealth building. Bad debt is credit cards, payday loans, or personal loans. High interest, no real benefit. Step 1 is to list all your debts in order of highest interest rate to lowest. Anything above 8% needs to be your priority. If you're paying 20% interest on a credit card, no investment in the world can compete with that guaranteed return of paying that off. Use your leftover money, the fund spending from month 1, to hammer down those balances. Even an extra $200 per month focused on one high-interest account can shave years off repayment. Once the worst debt is under control, pivot to building your emergency fund. Start with 3 months of expenses if your job is stable, or 6 months if your income is unpredictable. This one should be kept in a high-yield savings account. Safe, liquid, but separate enough that you don't dip into it for fun money. The point here is to stop living on a financial edge. Debt drags you backward, but an emergency fund gives you room to breathe. Most people think they have to finish saving before investing. That mindset delays wealth for years. The truth is, you can and should do both at the same time. Step 1, if your employer offers a retirement match, grab it. If they match 401k contributions up to 4%, that's a 100% return instantly. Not taking it is like saying no to free money. Step 2, open a tax-advantaged account. That's a Roth IRA or traditional IRA. The Roth IRA is powerful for younger earners because your money grows tax-free forever. If you're higher income, look at traditional IRAs or other options. Step 3. Choose broad, simple investments. Index funds like an S&P 500 ETF give you exposure to hundreds of companies at once. Over time, they've historically returned around 10% annually. That means if you invest $500 per month starting now, in 20 years, you could have over $300,000 even before adding employer matches. At the same time, keep topping up your emergency fund. A good balance might be 70% into your savings, 30% into investments, then adjust to 50-50 until your emergency fund is complete. This way, you never stop building wealth while protecting yourself from life's surprises. Month 5, increase your income. Cutting expenses only gets you so far. At some point, you need to grow the top line, your income. Month 5 is about taking that step. If you're employed, your first option is a raise. Research what others in your role earn, document your contributions, and prepare a case. Don't wait for your employer to notice. Present your value clearly and confidently. If a raise isn't possible, look at job changes. Studies show switching jobs can result in salary jumps of 10 to 20%. Staying loyal often costs you money in the long run. Outside of your job, explore side income streams. This could be freelancing, consulting, tutoring, digital products, or even leveraging real estate. For example, renting out a spare bedroom on Airbnb can generate $800 a month in some markets. That's nearly $10,000 a year. Even smaller side hustles matter. An extra $250 per month invested over 10 years at 10% returns becomes nearly $50,000. Income growth compounds just like investments. By month 6, you've faced your finances, built savings, tackled debt, started investing, and grown income. Now, it's about making the system run without relying on willpower. Start by automating bills and essentials. Put rent, utilities, insurance, and debt payments on autopay. This prevents missed payments and protects your credit score. Then automate your savings and investing. Schedule transfer to your Roth IRA, 401k, or brokerage account the day after payday. This ensures you pay yourself first before money gets lost to lifestyle spending. For daily spending, use a separate account or debit card just for fun money. That way, you never overspend when the account is empty. You're done for the month. Finally, review and optimize quarterly. Ask yourself, has my income increased? And can I raise my savings rate? Are my investments aligned with my long-term goals? Did my expenses shift? This keeps your system flexible and adaptable. The goal is to create a structure that builds wealth automatically while you focus on living your life. So in just 6 months, you can completely change your financial path. Month 1 is clarity. Month 2 is security. Month 3 is freedom from high interest debt. Month 4 is starting wealth building. Month 5 is expanding your income. Month 6 is setting a system on autopilot. This process doesn't require a 6-figure income, perfect discipline, or advantage knowledge. It requires small, consistent steps that compound into massive results. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe to the channel for weekly strategies on building wealth, mastering money, and creating financial independence. I'll see you in the next one.